So the next thing we're going to talk about is some of the summer blockbuster movies that are getting ready to drop. You know, the summer is always filled with a lot of movies. People go to the theaters. The kids are out of school. And here, I'm just going to name some of the movies.
Avengers. Avengers.
Obviously, he's excited for the Avengers. You got Mad Max. This is Tomorrowland.
Okay, I'm on the fence about that one.
I just want Jurassic World. You know that's going to be big.
Yeah.
For the Jurassic Park fans. The Minions for the kids. Despicable Me. You know the Minions.
I'm actually a fan of the actual Minions more than the Despicable Me.
We got Ant-Man. We got the Poltergeist remake. Mission Impossible. Fantastic Four. Guys, don't get into the Fantastic Four rant and take over the whole podcast.
I will do my fucking best.
The one I'm actually excited for, that I'm just a big fan, straight out of Compton. I gotta see this movie when it drops in August.
I'll give it a shot. Why not? You know,
guys, take the floor. Which one are you excited to see?
I guess I'll start real quick. Obviously, Avengers. You know, no explanation necessary.
Yeah, this fucking Avengers.
This next one. I was telling the guys this one might throw them off because I just found out about it today, and it may not even come out in theaters everywhere. But it's called Maggie. You might have heard of it. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and trying to think of that chick's name from Zombieland, like the younger sister. I think Abigail Breslin. It's a zombie movie. Like that's what intrigued me, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a zombie movie. But it kind of reminds me of The Last of Us, where his daughter's infected, the government's coming to put her in quarantine, and he's pretty much trying to find a cure to save her. And just what I saw, the cinematography and everything, it looked really good. And I think it got previewed at Sundance or something, and it's already winning awards over there, and people are saying like it's one of Schwarzenegger's finest. Like he can actually pull off like that dramatic action role, not just, you know, him with fucking Uzis in his hand like the old days. But it's like it kind of reminds me, like you said, about Jim Carrey switching it up, you know, from comedy to more dramatic roles. But yeah, there's that. You mentioned Mad Max. You mentioned Poltergeist, Jurassic World, Ted 2. I'm actually wanting to see that one really bad. Love the first one. Did you mention Terminator? Yeah, you mentioned Terminator, right? Yeah. I'm curious because the trailer is fucking weird. It's like, we're going to go back in time, but you've already went back in time, and now we're going to the future to go back in time. Like, what the hell?
Thanks. Which one you think is going to be the biggest disappointment out of all of them? Fantastic Four, probably.
Well,
I mean, it's got tradition to uphold, so let's.
Yeah, I'm getting to that one. I'm getting to that one. But you also said Minions. I said, and Ant-Man. I'm curious to see. I'm a big fan of the Mission Impossible series. You got the new one coming out. I mean, yeah, Tom Cruise is kind of an asshole, but I've always liked those movies. Another one I know what you didn't mention, Will, is the new Vacation movie. The National Lampoon's Vacation.
That would be cool
series.
if that was good. Those are some of, like, I mean, even to this day, I love those movies still, like Christmas Vacation, European Vacation.
I think that's going to be more for the old school fans. I don't know if the new generation will pick up on Vacation.
Probably not.
It's happening, but
probably
I'm going to watch it for sure. You know.
Of course, you mentioned Fantastic Four. If it's not goofy as shit like the first two, I'll, you know, whatever. But I mean, the first two were pretty kind of stupid. But
I'll get into Fantastic Four a little bit later.
Yeah, and I've got one more. I got one more movie, and I'm done. Probably, I don't know if anyone's heard of the old TV show, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Has anyone heard of that show?
No, I've never heard of that one.
It was like an old 60s spy TV show. But the Guy Ritchie, who did the Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr., he's doing a film adaptation of this, and I saw the trailer, and it looks really good. And I don't remember watching the show at all, like on reruns or whatever, so I can't give you a good idea, but from what I saw of the trailer, it looks intriguing. And that's me. That's my summer list.
Well, Jason, what movie y'all just dying to see this summer?
Okay, I will just be completely blatant here in saying that I have been extremely disappointed with the movie industry the past couple of years. The term summer blockbuster means
Duly
diddly
noted.
dicks to me now. It's pretty much just disappointment. So, like, as far as what I'm excited for, Jurassic World maybe, but it's more. I'm excited for the cast more than I am for the movie, and I like dinosaurs, you know. So like that's cool. Excited for Ant-Man just because I think it's a cool Marvel IP. I'm glad to see them touch it. I think that's something that's going to be fun. And yeah, Avengers. Otherwise, I think Terminator's a fucking joke. I think fucking Mission Impossible is a fucking joke. Like
I haven't seen the last
I am a big believer in that let old dead IPs fucking rest. I am all for new content, original ideas. Let's get the blood flowing. So to see them be like, we're making another Terminator movie, and like I am so fucking done with it. Like Terminator 1, good movie. Terminator 2, great movie. Terminator 3, good movie. That's Terminator for me. That's it. End of the line. There aren't any other fucking Terminator bullshit. Like I've seen them, but they're fucking terrible, and they're just like they're bad. I
It's
don't
funny.
care, and it's not going to get better. It's getting worse.
It kind of reminds me of the Karate Kid talk. Like, yeah, they Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. Those are great movies. It's like, yeah, what about the fourth one? What are you talking about? There wasn't a fourth one.
Yeah, what fucking? That's the way that I talk about the Star Wars series. It's like, yeah, 4, 5, and 6. It's a great 3 movies. Well, what do you mean? What about the original trilogy? The what? The what? What? Like, you know what I mean? And admittingly, I'm eating my words a little bit with Star Wars 7 so far, just because it actually looks like, they're making a movie and not some CGI jerk fest. So it'll be, like I'm kind of excited for that, but that's not exactly this summer. But yeah, as far as summer movies, very limited what I'm hyped to see.
So. Are you excited for the Star Wars movie or the FIFA ball? Okay, you can't have both.
I can have both, and I will.
Beach Ball edition. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just can't wait to see him as an unlockable character in the next FIFA game.
How about what you anticipating for the summer blockbusters?
It's a weird. To clarify the definition. Something I want to see. I'm not sure if it's going to be good or not. The only one that stands out to me is Mad Max.
Oh yes.
And not so much because of the old. Like I don't think it's not trying to feed off of the original series, which I appreciate very much. Because I think when they dig up those, like Donovan was saying, when you drag an IP out too far, it becomes stupid. And it's disappointing that Mel Gibson's not in it. But I think at the same time, this gives them a way to continue the story, or continue with stories like that, and kind of have a nice rebirth. And I think they're going to put the time into it. But other than that, I think everything else is going to be pretty bad. I don't Jurassic World. I mean, here's the thing, and this is just me. And this is probably my age, but I've come to the point in my life where I view movies like I guess people view books. I've never been a reader. I don't sit down and get books and follow series and read. I read stuff for education purposes, not for fun or stories wise. So. I guess my thing is, like, if you're either going to make something that's entertaining or you're going to make something that is trying to say something. And I think, like, 85% of the movies that come out now, with the exception of kids' movies, because that's totally different, are trying to, like, make this grandiose Schindler's List type statement. Like Batman with the Dark Knight series. And they're trying to, like, say something where it's a hard line to hit. You can't. Like Jurassic World is gonna suck. I know it's gonna suck because I'm watching some of the stuff that they're doing, and it's just stupid. They're taking it way too seriously. Terminator's gonna suck. Avengers. I have no interest in seeing Avengers either. I have it. I'll see it probably in September or maybe later when it's on DVD. I'm just not gonna see these movies. None of these drive out. And really, to be fair, the movies that I want to see are the ones that I don't know about, and unfortunately, I'll hear on the back end. Like last year, the two best movies of last year, in my opinion, were Interstellar and Birdman. And I'm not sure if even Birdman was last year.
I want to see Birdman.
Interstellar was awesome, man.
But both of those movies were terrific because they were movies. They were human stories that had some good camera work or effects when needed, but never overplayed it. Terrific. Everyone else might go, oh, this was last year or that was last year. It's like, no, these were human stories. That's the kind of stuff that I go in to see. Everything else is fluff. And like I said, if you came into me and told me that Fantastic Four was just going to be a fun movie, I'll sit down and watch it and view it that way. But if you're going to tell me this is going to be some groundbreaking story with drama and this and that, and you're obviously going to miss the mark, then I'm going to judge you that way, and that's why it's going to suck. But
also,
that's my problem with the whole movie, and like Donovan was saying, that's my problem with the movie industry. Are you going to entertain me, or are you going to like tell me a real story? And don't try to say everything that you're making is a real story, because it's not possible. Just make a stupid fucking movie, just like those what's those Medea or whatever the fuck those are? I have mad respect for those movies because you know what? They're not trying to be serious. They're trying to be fun. So I don't.
Yeah, it's fair.
And hey, you want to watch that shit? Do it. It looks like garbage to me. But hey, what if you can have a few laughs and maybe smoke a bowl and have some beer and watch it? By all means, do it. Now, if they start taking themselves seriously, that's when I'm like, fuck you.
Medea goes to the Supreme Court. Like,
don't give
yeah, that's not what I want to see.
That's the modern day, like Mr. Bean or Mr. Magoo shit.
It's
and
fucking.
I don't mind that,
yeah, God, it's really fucked up that you're right.
Yeah.
Am I the only one excited for Straight Outta Compton?
I'll see it.
And I probably it's a cultural thing. I can't. Some things you gotta kind of relate to them. I've never been deep into that culture in any form or fashion, so I kind of watch it from an outsider's view. So
I guess because I grew up with hip hop, originally from New York, and they introduced a whole different culture to me when I first heard their music and hearing the whole story and knowing that Ice Cube's son is playing Ice Cube. I'm really excited,
I'll see that.
That
was like a thing. That'll take my
But
money.
for those of you who know this, if you haven't heard my voice, you probably don't hear a lot of hip hop in there. So hip hop was not an influence on me, ladies and gentlemen. I've been told I sound like a cantankerous old white person, and I'm very happy with that.
Really, really quick though, because I didn't mention it because it's not coming out in the summer. But what for those who enjoy the series, what are your thoughts on the movie, the Creed movie, the spinoff of Rocky?
Is this general?
I personally think Rocky should just be done with.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're kind of milking it.
We're talking about Bullwinkle or the old boxing franchise?
Boxing.
It's kind of like how they're trying to do the Real Genius spinoff and trying to make it into a TV series. Leave the Val Kilmer movie alone. It's a classic, but.
Yeah, like I said, I just mentioned it because it's not a summer movie, but it's something that has been talked about online recently.
That's a whole different.
It's already done. It's not speculation. It had already happened.
Yeah.
Also, as far as superhero movies go, I'm not going to be satisfied till next year with Deadpool. That's all I'm going to say.
I don't know.
But
Deadpool depends, man. Deadpool really depends. Again,
it's going to be rated R.
I think they need to give Ryan Reynolds more control. That's because he's actually a comic book fan and he actually cares a lot about Deadpool, so I think he could do a lot with it if they actually let him.
Well, one movie I think is actually going to do well this summer that none of us are talking about, probably because of our age, is the Minion movie.
The what?
No, I'll see.
Yeah, it'll kill. Dude, I watch cartoon movies all day. If you look at my Netflix watch history, it's fucking Mulan and Pocahontas and fucking James and the Giant Peach and shit. I get down on kids movies, but I get down on kids movies for the same reason Jason Lewis was talking about. I love being able to just put in a movie and enjoy it. That's fucking awesome.
But you're not going to go to the theater to see it.
That's because I'm not a pedophile, and a fucking 25-year-old man is not going to walk into a movie to watch fucking Minions by himself.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to get arrested with my fucking bucket of popcorn.
Exactly.
That's why you have a fiance or a wife who is all into super cute.
No. You don't go to the movies when you're an adult when you like kids movies. It's just like I don't go to Chuck E. Cheese to just hang around and have the pizza. I can't do it because you're the fucking perv. Seriously, there's nothing wrong than going to see a kids movie that you really want to see, and I like to focus on movies. I don't like distractions, I don't like noises, I don't like any of that shit. And you got some little fuck who's 2 years old sitting down there crying, man. It's like, shut the fuck up. I'm serious. I'm trying to watch this movie. I don't give a shit if this is
damn it, I'm trying to watch How to Train Your Dragon 2, not listen to you fucking cry.
Exactly. So what, he fucking died. I'm going to make you die, you little fuck. Shut up.